What's up, boys? Late one today. Fuck. Finding your peace on your own. That's what we're on today. I want to talk to you guys about the conversation that I have with myself whenever I'm going through tough times, and it's coming down to me either focusing on my businesses, my self-improvement, my journey as a person, rather than maybe significant others, that type of thing. There's a certain level of pride that you have to have with yourself, I think, in order to be ready to take on another person. And I don't mean evil pride. I don't mean dark pride, if you will. The pride I'm talking about is the kind you feel whenever you're proud of yourself for what you've achieved, for what you've done, for the person that you've become. There's a 10.0 version you out there that you haven't achieved yet, that you have a vision of. Maybe you've got a six-pack. Maybe you've got $2 million in the bank. Maybe you've got a Lambo. Maybe you've found your inner peace. And right now, in this moment, you aren't those things that you want to be, but that's the 10.0 version you that you see yourself becoming. I think, from my experience, that you have to prioritize building your value as a young man first. And I think a lot of those things are side effects and byproducts of you focusing on building the best version of yourself. When you're focused on building the best version of you, here's what starts to happen. You start to get the money you want. You start to get the career you want in entrepreneurship, or maybe it's the role that you want to play in the company that you work for right now. Maybe it's a management position. When you're doing those things, right, and you're focused on yourself, all of that shit starts to get attracted to you simply because you're putting your energy elsewhere. And so for a lot of you, I know that women are a huge distraction, and believe me, that's been the case for me all of my fucking life. Like, since I really enjoyed the company of women, the idea of getting with women, going on dates, having sex, etc., all of that, it's all been a fucking big ass distraction since the beginning. But I'm telling you guys, now listen, I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I'm not saying that you can't have a girlfriend. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is you have to prioritize where you're headed as a man. Apologies. Excuse me. You have to prioritize where you're headed as a man. Your woman's going to like you more anyway. Or the woman that you want is going to respect you a lot more if you're putting your priorities first as a man, who you're becoming. If you're putting who you're becoming as a man first, she's going to respect you a lot more. You're going to come off as a leader. You're going to come off as somebody who can actually handle some sort of responsibility. See, because if you're putting her on a pedestal all the time, or you're putting these other vices on a pedestal, what's going to end up happening is you're just a circumstantial motherfucker. That's all you are. You succumb to circumstances, and outside factors rather than your internal you being proud of who you've become as an individual, as a man. the value that you're building within yourself. That's what you have to be focused on. You cannot be a circumstantial bitch with all the shit that's distracting you. You can't let the outside factors distract you. You have to dial in on who you're becoming as a man, your 10.0 self. That's where your peace is going to come from. Your peace is going to come from you knowing that you're putting in 100% every single fucking day, getting your non-negotiables in, your workouts, eating the food that you know you're supposed to be eating, getting your videos in, your content in when you know you're supposed to get it in, etc., etc. These things that you know you should be doing, that's what's going to bring you peace. Gentlemen, that's what's going to bring you the peace of mind, and you're not going to need anybody around to replace that. Because that's what it is. You're using somebody else to replace that inner peace that's non-existent in you right now. And the reason it's non-existent is because you're relying too much on outside factors. You have to rely on yourself. There's something internal that is not clicking within you that has to be resolved. Maybe you're overweight. Maybe you're addicted to porn. Maybe you're addicted to women. Maybe you're addicted to coke. I don't know. Whatever it is. There's something. Everybody's got something. Whatever it is, you've got to resolve it. That's where your inner peace is going to come from. The biggest vice that you have, the faster you conquer it, the faster you're going to obtain the maximum amount of power. Your biggest vice is the container that holds the most power, the most potential that you have. So go out there and conquer that shit. That's where your inner peace is going to be at too. That's it, boys. I love you guys. Your big brother's got your back at all times. Hit me up on Instagram if you want. You can always DM me. I'm here to talk to you guys. You know, you can video call me. Hit me up out of nowhere. Just say, what's up, bro? And then try to call me. And I'll try to pick up the phone. It's Chris Fit Campbell on Instagram. You guys hit me up. I'd love to help you out with whatever you got. I love you guys. Remember, analyze, calculate, execute. That's what we do here on this channel. Your big brother's got your back at all times. I love you, boys. See you tomorrow.